Are you ready, Monarch fans? It's time for the Old Dominion Football Show with Bruce Rader and Coach Bobby Wilder. Sponsored by a Step-in-Time Chimney.
What a September it was for Old Dominion, the opening of their new stadium, games against Virginia Tech and UVA, and then another controversial game against nearby East Carolina. But October means conference time. So what's ahead? Let's find out. The Old Dominion Football Show starts now. I'm Bruce Rader along with Coach Bobby Wilder, and as much as these fans love these early games, Coach, it's all about winning the Conference USA Championship, and that begins on Saturday.
Yeah, it starts this Saturday with Western Kentucky, and the league is wide open right now, Bruce. Both sides of the league. Western Kentucky, the team we're playing, is actually in first place overall in Conference USA. They're 2-0 at this point with wins over Florida International on the road, UAB, the defending league champ, last week at home. So anybody can win this conference right now.
UAB win, a little bit of surprise for me. We'll talk about that soon. Western Kentucky off to that hot start. Strong defense last week, I thought, very impressive debut from quarterback Ty Stone, and I think that makes the Hilltoppers a formidable opponent.
It does, and when you look at the win last week, Bruce, that was impressive. Nobody really saw that one coming at home over UAB, who won the conference championship last year. And the way they did it, Bruce, defensively, the fact they had 4 interceptions in that game, Western Kentucky did. Now, new quarterback, he's a first-time quarterback, so they were conservative with him, playing smart football. But the way they won that game, 20-13, Bruce, winning it with defense and special teams was impressive.
You know about new quarterbacks, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Looking back at Saturday's game against East Carolina, 3 big plays decided that entire game. First, the blocked punt by East Carolina, another special teams mistake, one guy short on the side. That's all it takes when the Pirates overload the formation. And while your guys blocked the field goal in the second week in a row, that blocked punt really hurt you.
Yeah, it did, Bruce. And you mentioned there was an overload on the interior. We should have brought our tackle in on that play to give us an extra man to protect it, or we've got to roll the punter. We didn't do that, and that cost us.
All right. The defense has been a bright spot this year, and joining us tonight, the new defensive coordinator, David Blackwell. Welcome, Coach. Your guys are playing well.
So far, again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So we've got a long season left ahead of us, and we're doing some really good things, but we got to keep improving each week, and hopefully we can continue to grow and get better each game.
Coach, pretty good hire, huh?
Yeah, David's done an excellent job. It's really been about the mindset, Bruce, that he's brought Grady Brown in the secondary, Derek Riley, and what Jeff Commission's doing up front. But the players are buying into the philosophy right now, and that starts with Coach Blackwell and his presentation. All
right, Coach Blackwell, I'm going to put you on the spot now. That second big play we were talking about out of the 3, one of them, a 72-yard touchdown pass by East Carolina. It looks like the defender's playing the ball, not the player. Walk us through this.
Well, there's no question. We're in quarters coverage, and he gets a post route, and the thing we talk about to our corners in quarters defense is they have the post. Coach Brown says it all the time, you're the postman. Post routes score touchdowns, outcuts get tackled, and so there our defenders got to stay upfield shoulder and tackle and play the ball and tackle the post from an upfield position. He should never come underneath the defender to go for the ball, and so we made a mistake there coming underneath, and at that point we've got to just tackle it and get it on the ground and give us an opportunity to keep playing.
Good learning experience. Okay, Coach Wilder, a pivotal play, and for the second year in a row, a controversial call. The referees say that Stone Smart fumbles in the end zone. Not how I saw it. How did you see it?
Yeah, from our video, Bruce, watching it after the game, it was clear he was in. Remember, the ball only has to break the front of the white line, not the back of the white line. The ball doesn't actually have to get into the end zone. And on that play from our replay, Bruce, not only is the ball over the line, it's all the way up to his elbow, almost to his shoulder. The problem was the side judge couldn't see it. And in that big scrum of bodies, as we tell our players, you have to come up with the football and hand it to the official. Unfortunately, he didn't see it. There wasn't a camera angle on the goal line on that side where there should have been to try to help it. And at that point, Bruce, it's a 17-3 game. It wasn't like last year at East Carolina where the interception ends the game. This one, we still had plenty of time, but in a 3-point football game, that one cost us.
Now, do you talk to conference officials after the game and get their opinion, or do you just let it ride?
No, that was actually their officiating crew.
Right.
By contract. They bought their crew. And when I talked to our head of officials, he actually reached out to me at midnight after the game and said there was not a replay angle on that goal line, and they just didn't see it.
All right. But it just proves, Coach, that one play, 3 plays, can totally turn a game around. It's the difference between a win and a loss.
Yeah, and as I told the staff and the players after, I mean, we are paying dearly right now for our mistakes, Bruce. There's 3 critical mistakes there that were all touchdowns in the game. You know, 1 taken away from us with our quarterback fumble, and then 2 that we allowed on the punt and the deep pass. That's a 14-point win if we're not making those catastrophic mistakes right now.
Coach Blackwell, your impression on Old Dominion, the Old Dominion football experience and the fans and being around Coach Wilder?
It's been awesome. You know, obviously we want to win those games, and like Coach said, you know, any one of those 3 plays wins that football game. But the fan experience, the atmosphere in the games, it's electric. The stadium's unbelievable, and I think the future's really bright here, and I'm excited. My family's excited to be a part of it.
All right, Coach Wilder, after 3 tough losses, is the team hungry going into the Conference USA season?
They are. They're really disappointed that we're not 4-0 right now, because all 4 of these games, Bruce, we played have come down to the fourth quarter. They've all been 1 score in the fourth quarter, and they're disappointed with that part of it, Bruce, but they realize they're getting better. They feel like they're a good football team, and they identify and understand if we can just stop having these huge pivotal mistakes in the fourth quarter, our record would be much better. And they're confident, they feel good about themselves, but they are hungry for a win this weekend.
Well, it's a whole new season. Okay, here's a guy, Coach Blackwell, has been coaching up one of the top defensive players in Conference USA, but can Lawrence Gardner pass the 1-minute drill with Nathan Epstein? That's coming up next.
The Old Dominion Football Show is back, and we are back with the 1-minute drill. The senior captain, middle linebacker, Lawrence Gardner joins us. Lawrence, who is the best dressed player on the team?
Darryl Brown. I think he has the biggest shoe collection on the team, easily. I've been in his room, and his shoes probably take up 3 or 4 of these lockers.
All right, who's the worst dressed player on the team?
Probably go with my man, Prince Ejegwu, just because that's one of my best friends, so I had to say that.
What scared you most as a kid?
Heights. I think I tried so much as a kid. I got so many stupid bumps and bruises.
Were you ever a roller coaster kid?
Oh yeah, easily. I like the ones that go upside down, backwards, you know, the one that you get into just swings like that.
So you were afraid of heights, but you liked roller coasters?
Yeah. Roller coaster, you're going fast. You don't really have time to think about how high you are, but when I'm just somewhere like, you know, standing on top of a building, like for example, the parking garage, I'll just be looking like, that would hurt.
And finally, what has been the best thing about being an Old Dominion Monarch?
Traveling, you know, just being in the hotel with all your friends, you know, playing pranks on guys. I know, you know, when we traveled, they had the hotel rooms with like the double-sided doors, and we'll put like bottles of water that's open with no cap on, so we'll tell someone to come in, they'll come in, the bottle of water will fall on them, or we'll throw ketchup packets into someone else's room, or like knocking on the door and running away or something like that. So probably traveling with, you know, 70 of your best friends is the best thing to happen to me.
Middle linebacker, Lawrence Gardner, and apparently one of the best pranksters on the team as well. Lawrence, why don't you say goodbye to the Monarch Nation?
Hey, y'all have a good day.
Well, Coach Blackwell, he's a pretty good player, too.
He's a really good player, but you know, his preparation and how he works at it are what, not only is he a talented young man, but he really works at being a great player, and that's one of the reasons that he is a captain and one of our best players.
You got a lot of character on that defense, don't you?
There's no question, and I think the most exciting thing about it is his young character, because I think right now there's only 1 or 2 seniors that are playing significant roles on our defense, and so I think the best is yet to come.
All right, future looks bright. We're going to talk about Western Kentucky when we come back. Welcome back, Bruce Rader, along with Coach Bobby Wilder and Coach David Blackwell. Coach Blackwell, what are the keys to stopping the Western Kentucky offense Saturday?
Well, I think it starts with, you know, controlling the quarterback. Obviously, he'll get more comfortable in the second start. They'll open their package up a little bit more for him. He was their leading rusher in the UAB game. And so we've got to make him make some mistakes. He protected the ball really well in that game. They have a very talented receiver core, probably one of the most talented we've seen this year, and they throw a lot of quick passes, a lot of screens, and so our ability to tackle in space and then affect the quarterback will be a big deal in this game.
Coach, you were hampered by injuries last week. I think that made a big difference. How healthy is the team going in Saturday?
We're still going to be down Kuma. Right now, Elijah Davis, the ankle just has not gotten better. We did get some good news on Nick Salvaderi, our starting right tackle, who left the game in the second quarter. He's only going to miss 2 weeks. We had thought it might be a season-ending injury, but fortunately, we should have him back for the UAB game. So we'll have to shuffle the offensive line, but hey, it's next man up, and we got to be ready to go.
Well, we got about 20 seconds left, though. Even with Davis out, you're still happy with the running game?
Yeah, the guy who's coming along, Bruce, is a transfer from Charlotte, Robert Washington. He's starting to emerge. He had a really good week of practice this week, and I'm excited about him playing more in this football game.
And Stone Smart's still going to be running the offense.
He is. He's growing. He's getting better. He's just got to protect the ball a little bit better.
Coach Blackwell, thanks for being with us.
Yep, thanks for
Glad
having
to hear a little bit about the defense. I think they're playing great. I think you're very happy with everything.
Yes.
Big game Saturday, kickoff 6 o'clock at SB Ballard Stadium. The Monarchs looking to hand Western Kentucky its first conference loss. See you next week.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yep.